welcome if you're new. I wanted to tell a spooky story that happened to me a while back, but I also kind of want to play with makeup. So I'm going to play with makeup while I tell the story. The story takes place in my Nana's house, and this house was incredibly haunted. I had so many experiences. I'm starting off with this elf primer, but I had so many experiences in that house. I have so many stories to tell involving that house. It's crazy. But the one I'm telling today involves a Bratz doll. And if you don't know what a Bratz doll is, you're too young for me. But my Nana's house had a basement, and a lot of the experiences I had in the house happened in the basement. It wasn't like secluded to just the basement, but that's where a lot of it happened. Foundation is Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 120. I actually grew up in this house. I lived in this house until I was about 7 years old. And this story takes place when I think I was like maybe 10 or 11-ish. Her basement was my playroom. I would go down there and I would play with like my Bratz dolls and Barbie dolls and, you know, whatever. Every time I would get done playing with my toys or whatever, I would have to leave the toys, like the dolls and everything, off to the left because that's where my play area was, and she wanted to keep the basement tidy, you know? One day I was down there playing by myself with my Bratz dolls, and she calls me up to the kitchen for lunch. So I get up and I leave all of my dolls over in my play area, and I go and I eat lunch. And I was upstairs eating for probably about an hour. So when I go back downstairs, this one particular doll was sitting, and I mean sitting, not like, okay, so you know how Bratz dolls and most Barbie dolls, they like, it's two parts, so it's like their head and then their torso, and then it's their legs, but like where their torso meets their legs, they like bend so that they're like in a sitting position. You know what I mean? So this one particular Bratz doll was literally sitting in a full-on sitting position in the middle of the basement floor. Please explain to me how the hell that doll got from my corner of the basement where I play and I keep all of my toys to just sitting in the middle of the basement floor. Please explain that to me because I can't explain it. Honestly, I can't. I'm going in with this concealer. It's Maybelline Master Concealed. So yeah, that happened. That story took a shorter amount of time to tell than I thought it would, so
maybe I'll tell another story. Let's see here. What's a good one?
So like I said, I had so many experiences in that house, and I wasn't the only one. Like everybody, I was just talking to my friend Haley about this the other day. Everybody who went into that house could like, you can just feel it. Like you can feel somebody watching you, or like you can feel that there's just like,
there's something up, like you're not the only one there, you know what I mean?
So one day I'm taking a shower at her house, and her
I'm going in with this translucent setting powder. It's L'Oreal Paris Hydro Perfect.
And her shower curtain was like basically see-through. It was like translucent to where you couldn't like you could see through it, but it was like you saw shapes and figures, not details, if you know what I mean. So I'm doing my thing in the shower, you know, bathing, getting clean. And I think I was shampooing or conditioning or something. I had my eyes closed, I was rinsing my head. And I opened my eyes because I was done rinsing, and there was like a figure standing outside the shower, like facing toward the mirror. And I assumed it was my Nana because we were the only ones in the house. So I was like, okay.
So I called out to her, I was like, Nana, like, what's up? What do you want? Is something wrong? Like, what's going on?
I'm gonna use the same translucent powder and a little brush to set my eye area. So, but she didn't answer me. I didn't get an answer, so I thought that's weird. So I just figure maybe she went to the bathroom or something while I had my eyes closed, and maybe she's just looking in the mirror. I don't know. I just tried to rationalize it in my head. You know, the figure does its thing and then it walks away, and it walks like it moves towards like the bathroom door. So I figure, okay, she's just leaving the bathroom, whatever. So I finish up my shower and I get out, I dry off, I get dressed, you know, as you do. And I go out and she's like in the kitchen doing the dishes. So I'm like,
what was that about?
and she goes,
I didn't come in the bathroom.
and I was like, yeah, you did. You were there. I saw you like through the shower curtain. She's like,
I didn't come to the bathroom. And I'm like, okay, cool.
what kind of eye look do I want to do? Let's do, I lay down some translucent powder if I can avoid the fallout from the black. Just really pack that powder on there, you know? But so yeah, that was fun. I don't want to tell all of my stories from that house because, you know, those could be for future videos. Have a really freaky story, but I'm kind of saving that. It's a story all on its own, I'll tell you that. So I'm gonna go in with this Wet n Wild palette. I'm gonna go in with this like cool brown right here on the end as my transition. I am just like raining translucent powder with a fluffy brush. This isn't a tutorial. You don't have to be following along here because I don't even know what I'm doing. So I can't explain what I'm doing to you because I'm just kind of experimenting here. I'm just kind of doing stuff, you know? Is my Nana, she knew her house was haunted, but she was a very religious person, and I think the thought of a haunting really freaked her out. She didn't want to talk about it ever. I'm gonna go in with this maroon shade, but she would kind of just like pretend like she didn't believe in it because I think it just scared her too much. But, I mean, there was no denying that that house was haunted. Like, it was crazy. Honestly. Crazy, crazy stuff. So, I'm going to take this like packing brush and this matte black shade, and I'm gonna do this little number, just get that color on there, you know. And don't judge the faces I make, because let me tell you, if you don't make faces when you do your makeup, you're lying. I'm telling you that right now. Like, you know, that looked pretty inappropriate, but it's fine. I love this Wet n Wild palette, I'll tell you that. For drugstore makeup, which I'm gonna be honest, is pretty much all I own because I'm poor. But for drugstore makeup, Wet n Wild has some pretty good stuff. I have one of their highlighters and it's the best highlighter I've ever used, honestly. I'm gonna take a little detail brush and I'm gonna do the same matte black shade and I'm gonna do the outer V. Cool, okay. I'm gonna go in with my fluffy brush again with the brown transition shade to soften up the edge a little bit. And just kind of blend everything, you know? See, do I have any more stories? I mean, I know I have stories. The question is, do I want to tell them now or do I want to wait? You know, it's planning on doing multiple paranormal story times throughout the month of October because the theme for my channel all of October is spooky. That was weird.
Spooky?
Sounds like spaghetti. I don't know. I'm gonna go back in with my concealer. I'm gonna put it just a little dab in the hand. And my concealer brush, and I'm gonna do a little spotlight moment right here in the middle of my lid. I have this really pretty, it's like a rose gold shimmer shade right here. So I'm gonna take the same packing brush I used before because, you know, that's what you do, right? And I'm gonna just kind of put it on there, you know? Awesome, that looks great. Taking the little, no, that's the fluffy brush. I'm taking the little detail brush again, picking up some of that matte black, and I'm just gonna kind of blend this a little bit. I'm not very good at spotlights, so we'll see how it turns out, but I don't have high hopes, you know? It's good to set your bar low, right? Good enough. Let's do my eyebrows. Okay, so I'm going to, where'd it go? Okay, I have this Benefit Cabral, and that's what I'm gonna use to do my brows. So, yup. So I kind of always just like half-ass my brows, so don't judge me, but you know, kind of fill that in and then do like little natural brush strokes like that. Boop, 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 boop. You know, and that's it. That's a brow. That took me what, like 30 seconds? I don't get why people spend like an hour just doing their brows when it literally takes me like 30 seconds. Granted, do mine look as good as the people's who spend that long doing it? No, but
It's a brow.
I have this really random like little makeup kit. It's really dirty because it's old, but the only thing I've ever used it for is this bronzer because it's just the perfect contour shade. I'm pretty sure this is kids makeup, but
It's fine.
it's gonna, you know. Cool, that looks great. Okay. Oh, I forgot my bronzer. Hold on. Okay, I'm back with my bronzer. It's just this. It doesn't have a brand or a name. I don't know where I got it, and I don't know what brand it is. So sorry, but yeah, I'm just gonna bronze that face up a little bit, you know. Gotta get that jawbone looking like it can cut ice. I am going to use a little brush and the same contour shade from before. And I'm just gonna snatch this nose real quick. Good enough. Okay. Little detail brush and that black shade, and just kind of do this lower lash line while the powder's still down there catching all the fallout. Cool, okay. I'm gonna take a little fluffy brush and the same transition shade from before, just to kind of blend that out a little bit. So I'm gonna try something that I've never tried before. I'm gonna do colorful eyeliner, but I don't have colorful eyeliner, so I'm gonna use this liquid lipstick because I've never tried it before, but I've seen people do it, so I know it's doable, and we're just gonna test it out. I might mess up my whole look, we'll see. So I need my mirror to do this. No, there wasn't. Sorry. I'm nervous. Can you even? No, you can't see that. Okay, that's cool. Basic black eyeliner it is, I guess. So. Well, just love being basic.
I love it. Okay.
Just the mascara. And I'm just really gonna go in on it because you can never have too much highlighter. You see that? Oh shit. Key blush. I feel like I look a little ghostly. Like I feel like my bronzer isn't really doing much for me. I have this Milani powder blush. And I don't know what shade it is because the sticker on the back that had the shade name on it, it's gone for some reason.
And that's a look.
Hi, I'm outside now. How about them apples? I wanted to do my outro real quick, but like I also wanted some fresh air, so here we are. Anyway, so I apologize that my story wasn't as long as the video, but I expected it to take me longer to film the story than it did. It was a pretty quick story, but I mean, I tell you what, it's creepy AF. AF. I never.
Ooh, look at those wrinkles, girl.
But no, creepy story. Doll ends up in the middle of the basement floor. Like, how does that happen? Please tell me, how does it happen? I'm still looking for an explanation for that story. But, anyway, so like I said, Friday videos are just pretty chill. So that's what today's video was. It was chill. It was me playing with makeup while I told a story. So, you know. If you liked this video, then like this video, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get notified every time I upload. I upload on Wednesdays and Fridays. The whole month of October is spooky themed videos, which is
super exciting.
Comment down below if you have any spooky stories to tell. Also, if you've ever tried the like liquid lipstick as an eyeliner thing, let me know in the comments how the hell you do it, because it wasn't working out for me. Have a nice weekend, and I'll see you on Wednesday.